So let's do some practice problems going from mass or moles to mass, both for element and compound, okay? Again, anytime that we're dealing with moles and mass, we need molar mass as a conversion factor. So here, if I've got 3.45 times 10 to the 2 moles of cobalt, that means that I need to make sure that I've got moles of cobalt on the bottom in my denominator, and I'm looking for grams of cobalt on top, or in my numerator. Okay, I know the relationship between grams and moles is going to be my molar mass, and cobalt is just an element, so I'm going to grab the number from the periodic table. So 58.93 grams of cobalt for every mole of cobalt. My moles cancel, and now I'm going to multiply my molar mass times the number of moles that I've got present. So I'm going to do 3.45 times 10 to the 2 times 58.93. And I get, ooh, that's a big old number. All right. So, well, that's a lot of moles too. Okay. So I get 20,331 grams of cobalt. Okay. This is like 345 moles. So that's going to be pretty heavy. That's a pretty heavy mass. This might be more for an industrial level reaction. All right, what if we're going to start with a compound? So we know moles again, we're trying to find mass, so that means we need the molar mass of carbon tetrafluoride or carbon tetrachloride, excuse me, before we even begin. So I'm going to find the molar mass first. So I've got carbon and chlorine. Carbon is 12.01 grams per mole, and chlorine is 35.45 grams per mole. I've got 1 carbon and 4 chlorines. So here I'm going to take 35.45 and multiply it by 4. So 141.8, and add them up. So the molar mass of carbon tetrachloride is 153.81 grams per mole. And I'm going to use a different color so I can go ahead and just continue the problem up here. So now if I've got 42.6 moles of carbon tetrachloride, and I want to go to grams, then I need to make sure I've got moles of carbon tetrachloride on bottom and grams of carbon tetrachloride on top. Okay. I know my molar mass is that many grams for 1 mole, so I can use that as a conversion factor, 153.81. Okay. My moles of carbon tetrachloride cancel, and I'll be left with grams of carbon tetrachloride. So here I'm going to go ahead and multiply. So 42.6 times 153.81. Again, this is a really large number, but we're dealing with a large number of moles here. So we're going to get 6,552.31 grams. All right, for our purposes right now, let's go ahead and just keep everything to 2 decimal places. Okay, there you go.